So we're going to start with the centering. Everyone has all kinds of things that happen in their life that they have to deal with, different ups and downs, ins and outs, challenges. And I think our practice of yoga really helps us. It helps us calm ourselves. And even if we're not calming ourselves, at least it helps us be present to what we're experiencing. So if we feel nervous or we feel agitated, at least we can be aware of that and just let it be. It will not stay forever. As we know, everything is constantly changing. So let's set an intention for our class. What would you like to receive from your class today? Maybe it's something physical, or maybe it's something for your heart or your emotions. So come into a comfortable seated position and just become aware of your breath. Allow your breath to be absolutely natural. So your natural breath will be irregular. You may notice that some of the breaths are longer and some of the breaths are shallower. So as you tune into your breath, simply notice what your breath feels like. Invite the breath into your nostrils and follow the breath as it comes in through the nose. You can even imagine it coming down into the lungs. It's coming into the lungs. The lungs are expanding on the inhalation. You can feel it. The chest rises gently, and then the chest relaxes on the exhalation. So begin to follow your breath. No need to see if you can relax your jaw and your shoulders. See if you can relax the expression on your face so that you're going to relax all your facial muscles. If you have any resistance to doing this, just notice if you are resistant for any reason. It's not a problem. You're noticing your breath. Now we're going to start to bring our awareness to our physical body. So you're still following your breath, but you're going to bring your awareness to your physical body, starting at the top of the head, and noticing as you move down the body, noticing what you're feeling. So I'm definitely noticing a little soreness in the left side of my neck, noticing a little bit of soreness in my left arm. So what do you feel as you're scanning your body? How do your legs feel? How do your arms feel? Now let's breathe into the physical body and receive it completely. You'll feel the weight of your body sitting on your cushion or sitting on your chair. You'll feel the shoulders slightly relaxing. And as you follow your breath and as you move inside, I would like to read something to you. This is from St. Francis of Sales. Just take in these words. Be patient with everyone, but above all with yourself. I mean, do not be disheartened by your imperfections, but always rise up with fresh courage. How are we to be patient in dealing with neighbor's faults if we are impatient in dealing with our own? He who is fretted by his own failings will not correct them. All profitable correction comes from a calm and peaceful mind. So anything that we want to change about ourselves can only be done with complete peace of mind. And coming from that sense of acceptance, we can change anything that we want to change. So breathing into those words, breathing into all of who you are, let's begin to do some gentle movements. Well, I advise you and I recommend that you listen deeply to your body and go slowly into the posture so that your body reacts in a peaceful way. So you don't need to force or strain anything today. Let's start with our neck. Relax your elbows, relax your shoulders, turn the head left and right, noticing the sensation as you look to the left and look to the right. Now, what do you feel? How does this movement affect your body? And what do you think of? What are the thoughts like as you turn your head left and right? What is the mind saying? Now we're going to let the chin drop to the chest. So you're just going to let the weight of the head drop your head down. And you'll notice how your neck feels, the back of the neck. And let's just take a few breaths here, letting the head drop down. And the next time you inhale, lift your chin off the chest and begin to press the chin up to the ceiling. Now we're going to drop the chin down to the chest again. And then we'll lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Now when you lift the chin, don't let your head drop back. You don't want to crunch the vertebrae in the neck. You just want to feel the neck reaching up and the whole torso is lifting up. So you're getting a little bit taller. And we're going to lift and lower the chin, just like you're saying yes. So without words, you can say yes by nodding your head. And what would you like to say yes to today? So I'm going to say yes to being super gentle with myself. I know that I need to do that today. That could even mean being a little lazy, which is not what I like to do, but maybe I need to today. And then let's move the head no. So you're going to turn the head left and right. And what will you say no to today? No to ... Yeah, what don't you want in your space today? Maybe there's some negative things that you just don't want to let in. Maybe you want to let in some peace and quiet today. And then bring the head back to center. Now we're going to lift the shoulders up, but let's go very gently. Let's lift the shoulders and see how they feel today. So inhale, lift your shoulders up. As you exhale, drop the shoulders down. Now we're going to pay careful attention here. We're going to lift and lower the shoulders at your own pace. Do the shoulders feel different from each other? The left one is different from the right one. How do the arms feel? Lift your shoulders. We're staying with the breath and maybe even cultivating a little more peace in our body and in our minds. Lifting and lowering the shoulders. Now we're going to do a different movement with the shoulders. We're going to press them forward and back. So you might notice that when you press the shoulders back, the chest opens up a little bit. And then when you press them forward, you might notice that you can feel a big opening in the back. So let's try this a few times on our own, opening and closing the shoulders. Pressing them forward and back. And then we'll do a slow circle with our shoulders. Let's see if we can inhale and lift the shoulders up. You'll roll the shoulders back, drop them down, all the way down, and then move the shoulders forward. Just noticing every little movement. Then we'll lift the shoulders up and roll the shoulders back, press them back, let them drop down, and continue on your own with the circle of the shoulders. You can start very slowly if you like. You can tune into those wonderful shoulders that sometimes carry the weight of the world. We're always making sure that things are working out for our friends and our loved ones. And then in our job, we're always holding the space for our job, for our husbands, our wives. So we're making some nice, easy circles and letting the weight of the world come off your shoulders. Now we'll reverse the direction of the circle. And remember, you can always do very small circles. They don't have to be big. Any movement of the shoulders is helpful. And then we'll let the shoulders relax for a moment. I want you to tune into your body again and notice if your mind is drifting away to some other place. You can bring it back to this room. Bring it back to your body. And then let's bring our hands into prayer position. And we're going to start warming up the fingers and the wrists. Remember, yoga is not about bringing your body into complicated places. It's really about greeting each moment with equanimity if we can. So bringing hands into prayer position, let's touch the fingertips together and bounce your fingers. So we're pressing the fingers, the joints. So you can feel a lot of things here. Normally, all I feel is my fingers pressing, but now I feel my upper back. So I'm curious. I'm very curious about this. It's a different day, a different time for us. And every moment is different. Now we're going to interlace our fingers and we're going to give our wrists and fingers a little warm up. Begin to make a little figure 8 with your hands. So you're going to be curious. You're going to be drawing little circles with your hands, taking the breath at a nice, slow, easy pace. And you're noticing. Now, as the hands are making this figure 8, let's make a bigger movement. So we're going to bring the arms into this movement, and you're going to make a little sweeping movement with your arms as you move into a larger movement. And take it nice and easy. Be very, very gentle. Just allow yourself to explore. And just notice what's opening up for you. What are you aware of? Good. Let's bring that movement to a close. And we'll do some wrist squeezes. We're going to take the left hand onto the right. We're going to squeeze the wrist, maybe 25 times. This will tone the wrist. And the hand that's doing the squeezing is getting stronger. Now relax your shoulders when you do this. They don't have to come up toward the ears. You can let the shoulders and elbows relax. So we naturally tense the body. It just happens. And then when we notice that we're tensing, we can just relax. We're toning that nice wrist. And then we'll switch to the other wrist. So we're going to tone that wrist. There's so many wonderful moments when we tune in, and we slow our movements down. The day is longer when we slow down. Toning both wrists. Very good. Now let's continue with our arm exploration. Bring your hands to your elbows, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just let your shoulders drop down. Now we're going to do a little rocking, as if we're rocking the baby. We're going to do elbows to the left and elbows to the right. And you're exploring. So I'm noticing a lot of feelings that make me feel happy when I do this. Maybe one of the things is that nothing is hurting when I do this. So that's always a good thing. That always feels good. So we're tuning in. We're rocking left and right. Now we're going to try something. We're going to keep the hands on the elbows and slowly lift the arms in front of you to a place where you can actually see your head. If you look at in your screen, you can see your little face emerging. There it is. And then the arms come up. And we're going to breathe into the chest. Breathe into your heart. Just allow whatever wants to open. And then we're going to do a side stretch. We're going to lean over to the left side. We'll lean back to center, and then we'll lean to the other side. Now you can do this on your own a few times. This is a real different thing. We don't usually do this every day, so it's fun, something new. Let out any sounds or sighs. So you can yawn and breathe, sigh, as you slowly explore this for yourself. Ah. Now we're going to come back to center with our arms and slowly let your hands come down to your lap. So the hands are going to rest on the thighs. And we're going to take an integrating breath. We'll breathe in and we'll breathe out. Now we're going to explore the spine. We're going to keep our back straight, elbows relaxed. We're going to lean forward with a flat back. You're going to feel your chest coming towards your thighs. And when you get as far as you want in this position, you're just going to take a breath. And you're going to feel every place that's touching each other. You'll notice where your forearms are. You'll notice sensation in your back and in your neck. And then we're going to come up to a straight spine. Then we'll lean forward. And we're going to see if we can feel the spine getting nice and lengthened. So we're going to use our imagination to breathe into each vertebra. And each disc is going to have a little fresh oxygen coming to it. You're using your imagination. We're breathing health into the spinal column. And then we'll come back to a straight spine. Now try this a couple of times on your own. So you're going to do a forward bend with a straight back, and then you'll come up to seated. So try this a couple of times. Now every time you do it, it's going to be a slightly different experience. And you might notice by the 5th or 6th time that you get kind of comfortable doing it. And then we'll come back to center. We'll just relax, take a breath. Bring your attention to your feet and touch the floor with your feet. Make sure that you're able to feel the bottoms of the feet on the floor. And if you're not able to reach the floor, scoot forward a little bit on your chair so that you can feel the bottoms of the feet. Now we're going to simply rock up onto the toes and down onto the heels. So your body is letting go of tension. Shoulders, elbows, fingers. We're rocking up and down, and we're just going to put our attention on the bottom of our feet. You're just going to notice the texture of the rug under you. Or maybe you're on a floor. You might notice that the floor is hard. And then we're going to rock from left to right. So the bottoms of the feet get a chance to roll over to the left side, back to center, and roll over to the right side. Try this a couple of times on your own. See if you can open your toes very wide, as if you were going to have a pedicure and the person was going to put cotton between your toes so that they don't touch each other. And you have a nice big span of your toes. We're going to wiggle the toes a little bit. Say hello to all of us. Wiggling those toes. And then the next time you open the toes very wide, press them down into the floor and see if you can feel your toes pressing down. So we're going to press the whole foot into the floor, and then we're going to lift the torso. So we're getting very tall in the torso. Now we're going to take our hands, and we're going to just take the left hand or the right hand and tap the thymus gland. It's right in the center of your sternum. So you're just going to tap the thymus gland. You might even feel that your heart center is activating. So we go inside the chest, the magical physical body that we have, stimulating the thymus gland. It's very good for our immune system. Now we're going to take our hands and make soft fists. You're not going to squeeze the hands very tight like you're going to punch, but you're just going to make soft fists. And we're going to pound the chest very gently with our soft fists. We're going to start on one side of the chest and we're going to go to the other side. And you're just going to feel the chest. You're massaging the pectoral muscles. This is actually very good for our lungs because we can break up some of the mucus. If there's any mucus or any congestion in the lungs, we can just give it a gentle pounding and we're going to let out a sound. So the sound is going to be very healing. Ah, 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 ah. You're going to pound the whole chest. And then we're going to feel any deep regret or deep loss from the lungs, because we hold a lot of grief in the lungs. We're going to feel it just healing, just dissipating. Very good. Take a nice integrating breath. Tune into your inner wisdom. And now we're going to do some flexing and pointing of the feet. We're also going to flex and point the hands. Let's start with the hands. Bring your hands up in front and then point your fingers down and flex and point. So the hands and fingers are going to be going up to the ceiling and then down to the floor. So there's a hinge at the wrist. You're going to notice both wrists. Maybe one wrist feels a little different than the other. Now, as we flex and point the hands, we're also going to do that with the feet. So you're going to be bringing your toes up when your fingers go up and the toes go down when the hands go down. So we're opening the wrists and opening the ankles. Now you can relax your shoulders when you do that. So you can actually let your elbows come down so that when you're flexing and pointing, there's no tension in the neck or the shoulders. Flexing and pointing. And the next thing we're going to do is make circles with the hands and circles with the feet. You might hear some snap, crackles, and pops in the feet, maybe even in the fingers. Circle in the opposite direction. Make a little fist with your hand. Make a little fist with your feet. And circle the fists. When you're making a fist with your feet, you sort of curl your toes down as if you were making a fist with your feet. And then bring your hands down for a rest and tune into how your body feels. So where do you feel your breath? What do you feel in your physical body? We're going to bring our hands onto our knees. Now we're going to lift one knee and then the other. We can do this very slowly. With your hands on your knees, you're just lifting and lowering. You'll feel a connection because our arms are attached to our hands and our hands are touching our knees. And you might notice some movement in your shoulders as you lift knee. We're going to bring the body into some postures that we don't usually do in our daily life. So let's try this one. Let's place the feet on the floor and then open the knees to the side. So you're going to have you're going to open your knees nice and wide. Good. Now let's see if we can get a little more open in the shoulders. Let's take the right shoulder and press it forward. Now when you press it forward, your body might want to come forward a little bit. That's right. And then bring it back. We're going to take the other shoulder forward. So you're sort of in a forward bend with a straight back. You're not going to round the back. You're just going to press one shoulder and then the other. Now this is an interesting one because the more you do it, the more interesting it becomes. So you're seeing what you feel as you're moving those shoulders forward one at a time. Now you're breathing here, and you're also, you're feeling different things opening. You might even feel your waistline opening up a little bit. And then we'll sit up, we'll come out of that movement, and we're going to do a very easy forward bend. We're going to bring our hands onto our knees, and we're just going to lean forward with a straight. So I should be able to see your face because you're not going to drop your head down. You're going to let your neck get a little bit longer. This is a kind of saucy posture. I like it. And you can feel tension that might be there just draining away. Maybe the lower back is getting an opening here. So we're coming forward. Now watch what we're going to do. We're just going to turn the head left and right to release the neck. And you can adjust your arms so that they're a little bit more comfortable. Very good. You got it. And then we'll come back to center. Take an integrating breath. And let's take the left hand and bring it onto the knee. And then we're going to slide the hand down your leg. So you're going to slide all the way down your shin. And you can hold on for a moment. You can slide back up the shin. And the hand will come back to the thigh or the knee. Take a breath. We're going to do it with the right hand on the knee. Let's lean to the side, let that arm slide down. Slide down that leg. We'll hold on to the ankle or wherever you're able to come down to. And then you'll slide right back up. Now, try this on your own alternately, one side and then the other. Just give it a try. And be sure to be gentle and do it in your own way. Yeah. What does that feel like to slide to the side? Where do you feel sensation? Now, if you're able to do this, see if you can slide both hands down at the same time. So you're sliding down and you're getting to a place where you can hold on to the ankles or the calf. And let's try a little something here. Let's just turn the head left and right. So that's the no for today. Yep, none of that. But let's do a little yes with the head. So a little up and down with the head. And let the breath be as deep as it wants to be. Now, what is the safest way to come up from this posture? What would feel for you? What I like to do is I like to walk my hands up one step at a time. So I go up the shin one step at a time, very slowly, and you come back to a seated position. And just take a moment to ground yourself. So this is an opportunity just to slow down, tune in. Very good. Now we're going to do what is sometimes called the wind relieving posture. It's a chair yoga version of Pavana Muktasana, the wind relieving posture. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to see if we can lift that left knee up. And we're going to see if we can grab that left knee with our hands. And if you can't reach the left knee, just hold on to your thigh. So you're going to bring your hand behind the thigh, and you're just going to lift and lower that thigh. Now, if your hands are on the knees, you'll relax your shoulders, and you're just going to hug that knee into the chest. And notice all of the thoughts and images that you have as you do your practice. So we don't push anything away. There's nothing to change. And you'll notice the body, different things happen in the body when you squeeze that knee into the chest. And with one hand or both hands, you're going to just make a little circle with that knee. Now, if you look at your screen at any time, you'll notice that I am bringing my knee out to the side a little bit. So as you're holding on to your thigh or your knee, see if you can open up a little bit. Let that knee come out to the side a little tiny bit. And reverse the direction of the circle. And that's enough. That's a good workout. Let's bring that leg down for a rest. Take an integrating breath. Yep, we can stop in between postures. Yep, this will be good for the rest of our day. So we can take each segment of the day just separately. We don't have to keep going. Now we're going to lift the other knee up. So that knee, you can't even see it on the screen because everything is black. There's a black mass. But what I'm doing is I'm lifting my knee up kind of close to the belly button. And I'm going to interlace fingers and pull that knee in. And if you can't reach the knee like that, you can hold on to the back of the thigh. You can interlace the fingers behind there. And you can just lift and lower that knee towards the chest just as much as you're able to without forcing or straining. So once again, we feel a connection between our arms and our legs because our arms are making our legs do something. It's very, very lovely that we can do that. The next time you pull that knee in, give it a squeeze. Relax the shoulders. And then let's make a circle with that right knee. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be a circle. It can go from side to side. So play around for a moment with with that leg becoming very curious. Very good. Very, very, very good. You can put that foot down for a rest. And we're going to stretch both legs out in front. And we're going to point the toes up towards the ceiling. And we're going to windshield wiper the feet from side to side. Yes, we're going to clean off that windshield, which is totally a mess at this point. But I survived, and I can teach this class even though I fell. See, we do that. Yay! I see Rooney. Rooney goes. All right, everybody, let's stand up. We'll do some standing postures. It's a good time for a drink of water or coffee or tea. Well, since this is chair yoga, we're going to start using our chair for our standing poses. So you're going to come behind your chair with the shoulders relaxed and the hands just touching the chair, and we'll come up onto the toes and down onto the heels. So you're rocking forward and back. Of course, we're breathing and we're noticing our breath. And we're noticing how we can be peaceful with ourselves. Yeah, notice when competition with yourself comes up. You know, if you think you need to do better or whatever, because this is a very gentle yoga class today. Rock from side to side. That means that the bottom of the foot is going to be feeling the left side of the foot and the right side. And a good way to do this is to move your knees left and right. So if you move both knees to the right, you're going to rock over to the side of the foot, and then you can move both knees to the left and you'll rock over to that side. So try that a couple of times. Good. Let's step away from the chair and we're going to do some warm-ups. We'll take the hands to the waistline or the hips or somewhere in the middle of the body, or even at the side of the body. That's up to you. We're going to start to make some easy hip circles. And you're just going to notice what that's like in your body. So do you notice your breath as you're doing this? And do you notice any particular part of the body as you're doing this? How do your knees feel? All right, let the arms come to the side of the body very loosely and continue your hip circles with your arms just dangling. So that means that there's no tension in the shoulders. We're just letting the arms hang down. So we're circling in both directions just to explore that. And we're going to continue this movement by bringing the left hand down to the side. And you're going to lean over to the side. That arm is nice and loose. We'll inhale back to center. And we're going to lean over to the other side, and that arm hangs down. So we're actually exploring a side stretch. Try it on your own from side to side. The next time that your left hand comes down to the floor, bend your right elbow and lift it up. And then you will go to the other side and you'll lift the right elbow, left arm comes down. Want to try this on your own a couple of times? Yeah, it's a little bit like a puppet. It looks like a little puppet. I mean, in my world, it looks like a puppet. Maybe it doesn't look like a puppet to you. Okay, let's do a couple of shoulder rolls. And shoulder rolls in the opposite direction. Now we're going to do easy standing swinging twists, and let your arms hang like empty coat sleeves. And you're going to turn your body to the right and then to the left. And your hands are going to just kind of hit your buttocks and the hip. So your arms are gently, gently, gently flowing left and right. And you're touching the lower part of the body. And then the hands are going to come up a little bit higher, so you can try letting them land around the middle of the body. So they're coming up a little bit higher. And then the hands are going to come up around the chest. So you'll hit the back, the upper back, and the chest, and the shoulders. And then we're going to work our way down again. So you're going to feel the whole body getting a nice little energizing movement. Now we're going to take our yoga tie and we'll do a couple of things with our yoga tie. So go ahead and grab it. So if you have a very long tie, you can double it like this. Just one end touches the other end, and you have a slightly shorter one. Let's do some breathing. Let's inhale. Bring the tie in front of you. Inhale in front and up overhead. Fill the lungs completely. And exhale, let go of any toxins or tension that you want to let go of. So the hands come down and we release. And we'll inhale, breathing in fresh energy. And we're going to exhale tension, toxins, and anything we want to let go of. So you're going to continue on your own for this. Try it on your own and see how it works. Inhaling and exhaling. Excellent. And just stay in touch. It doesn't mean anything what we're doing. There's nothing to analyze here. It's just breathing and releasing. So we're going to do a little warm up for side stretches. We're going to lift the arms up overhead, and we're just going to lean to the left and then to the right. And your body lead you with this. You go as far as you want. See how that feels. Now we're going to bring the tie behind us. So you're going to want to bring one arm behind and then see if you can grab the tie with your other hand to a place that feels comfortable. Now we're going to press that tie right down to the floor. So you're just going to press down. I want you to see what that feels like in your body. Just pressing down, pushing the thigh down, the buttocks towards the floor. And then we're going to lift and lower the arms. So the arms are straight. We're going very gently here, breathing in, breathing out. Pressing up and pressing down. Very gently. And the next time that the thigh presses up, you're going to move your hands left and right. Just notice sensation. Every day that we do this, it's a different experience. So we're going to put that yoga tie away. And we're going to do a couple of standing postures, some of the basic postures that we do in yoga. The first one we're going to do is the half moon pose. So your feet are parallel as we start. Face forward. We roll our shoulders back just once. And when you roll your shoulders back, you're going to notice that the chest is open. Get a little opening in the chest. You feel it. It's nice and peaceful in the chest. Now we'll take a breath here, and then we'll arms put out to the side. You're going to turn your palms up at shoulder height if you're able to do that. And then you're going to bring your arms up overhead and touch your palms together. Now, if you're not able to touch the palms together, you can always just keep your arms up like this. Or if your shoulders are bothering you, you can actually do this with your arm to the side. Okay? So we'll interlace fingers, come into temple position by bringing those index fingers together. Press both feet down into the floor and lift and lengthen your body. So we're already in a beautiful Tadasana posture. We're in a mountain. We're going to connect with the moon now by arching over to the left side. So you're going to lean your body over, but you're also going to feel yourself stretching up. So you're lifting and arching. And you can just picture a moon, a beautiful Berkshire on a dark sky with stars. And then we come back to center and just take a breath. And then we're going to lean over to the right side. And we're also going to think about pressing the left hip to the side. So if you press your left hip and lift your body like a stretchy piece of taffy, you can really connect with some beautiful, beautiful moon energy. And then we'll come back to center. And we are going to slowly float the arms out to the side. Or if you prefer, you can bring them out in front if that feels better. But we're floating the arms down to the side. And when the arms come to the side of the body, we're going to rest. We're just going to stand here. I want you to notice the effect that this posture had on you. So sometimes we say we're receiving the posture. It's a little bit like when you do something. Let's say you bring your groceries in. You put the groceries down in your house. Now you can actually receive the fact that you went shopping. You can stop before you put them away. So each thing that we do, we can actually pause. So how does the body feel? All right, let's do another posture. Let's bring the feet to about a 45-degree angle with the toe facing out. You can see what it looks like here. And then we're going to bend the knees. And why don't you just bend and straighten your knees and see how that knee bend feels. So it may not work for you today to do that, but we're just going to bend and straighten the knees. That's good. And if that works for you, I want you to keep the knees bent and bring your arms up to the goddess position. So this is called the goddess, also called the victory squat, where tailbone drops down at the bottom of the spine. We do a bend, confuse the strength of goddess. And then we're going to straighten the knees, so you'll straighten your legs. And I'm going to let this left arm relax. You're going to bring your arm into a V position. Your arms are in a V position. And we're doing the 5-pointed star. So I'm doing the 4-pointed star. So the head, both hands, both feet pressing down. And I want you to feel your strength in this posture. Yeah, we had that posture before. This is a really great arm posture for everybody. So we're breathing into our strength, and we're going to bend our knees and come back into the goddess. So you're going to come back into your goddess. Very good. We're going to straighten the legs. Bring your feet about hip width apart and let your arms come down, and just take a moment to actually rest. Scan your body. We're staying in touch with the body. We're going to do a very easy forward bend in a standing position. Sometimes we call it a rag doll. So you're going to lean forward a little bit. And you're going to let your arms hang down in front. And you're going to slowly let your hands come down towards the floor. And if you're not wanting to round your back, you're going to keep your back straight. So you don't need to drop your head. But if you want to let your head hang down, go ahead and let the head hang forward. Sometimes you can release your neck this way. So if your head drops down, the weight of the head releases the neck a little bit. You can even turn your head left and right, or just shake out the head a little bit. Let your shoulders relax, let your arms hang down, and come into a nice forward bend like this. And we're going to sway left and right. So you can almost imagine an elephant's trunk swaying left and right as he's walking. And both of your arms are going to sway to the left foot and sway to the right foot, hanging down. You might even notice an opening in the upper back here, because the arms are kind of relaxed and loose. Now this is the way we're going to come up from this forward bend. We're going to press the knees forward. You're going to bend your knees, press the knees forward, slowly come up using the strength of your legs. And we come into a resting moment. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to step very wide with our feet. You're going to step out as far as you can, like this. And we're going to bend the left knee. And you're going to have your right leg straight. And then you're going to switch to the other side Straighten the left leg and bend the right leg. So we're going to go left and right. And we're just going to see how this feels. Yeah, you got it. Now, when you bend your left knee, lift your left arm and lean over to the left. So we're just going to get a little stretch here, a different kind of stretch. Relax the right shoulder and then bring that arm down. Good. Take a breath. We'll try it on the other side. Bend your other knee. So now your left leg is straight. We're going to slowly lift that other arm up. And we're going to lean over towards the extended leg. Yes, we're going to lean towards the extended leg. It feels beautiful. And we come back. Let's do it. Let's do it together one more time. Bend your left knee. Reach the left arm up. Side stretch. We're going to let that hand come down and come to the center by straightening both legs. Bend your right knee. And we stretch. You want to try it one more time on your own? Yeah, just try it on your own. Yeah, third time's a charm. Yeah, good, very good. And we'll call that complete. That's very good, very, very good. Let's do a nice easy stretch here. We're going to take our chair in front of us. I'm being overtaken by chairs. I have no room for myself because there's chairs everywhere. So we're going to bring our hands onto the chair and we'll take a step back, touching the top of the chair. We're going to walk back one step at a time until we press our buttocks back towards the wall behind us. We're going to feel a nice stretch. So don't overstretch here. If you need to step forward a little bit and you need a little bit of time to get used to it, you don't want to overstretch. And what we'll do is bend and straighten the knees. Yeah, we'll bend and straighten the knees. And when you straighten the legs, you'll press your buttocks back towards the wall behind you. And then bend the knees a little bit, and keeping the knees nice and relaxed, just wag your tail from left to right. So your tailbone is going to move to the right and then to the left. So you're really swaying your hips from left to right. Basically, that's what we're doing. Left hip presses to the left wall, right hip presses to the right, and then back to center. And let's start to walk forward. So we're going to take a walk towards our chair. So that's a lot of forward bending for us today. So let's balance ourselves by doing a couple of easy back bends. So you're going to simply bring your hands behind your back, and you're going to hold on to your lower back, and we're just going to lean back a little bit. Keep your eyes open and just gaze up at the place where the wall meets the ceiling. And meanwhile, your hands are supporting your lower back. And then we'll stand up straight. So take a moment to stand up and breathe. And try another back bend. Press the chest up. Lean back just a little bit. This is a good movement for the spine. It likes to do a little gentle back bend. Unless you're not allowed to do that. If your doctor doesn't want you to do that, don't do it. Then we'll stand up. And then we'll get ready for a balance practice. So hold on to your chair, hold on to your hats. It's going to be a bumpy night. So we're going to stand on one foot and we'll lift the other knee up. So that knee can come anywhere that it wants to come. And we're going to make a circle with that foot. So you're holding on to your chair. And one way to balance on that foot is to press the foot all the way down into the earth, as if you could grow roots. And circling the ankle of the other foot. And then we'll bring that foot down and we'll take a breath. Yeah. So bring your weight to the other side. Now you're standing on the other foot. You're going to send your roots down into the earth with that foot and you'll lift the knee. You'll lift the other knee. Now your body is nice and tall because you're pressing the top of the head up to the ceiling. And you're going to make a circle with that foot. Just like you're stirring a pot of soup right underneath. Yep, you're using your foot to stir that soup. And then we'll bring that foot down. We're going to do this on the other side of the other foot and pull that knee into your chest. So you're going to hug that knee in. If you can't reach the knee, hold on to the thigh. Bring the knee out and in. Just a little bit. Good, good, good. And then hug that knee in one more time. We're going to balance on one foot and we'll hug the knee in. Standing up tall, sending your roots down. And we'll try it on the other side. We'll hug that knee in. Open that knee side to side. Hold on to a table or a chair and let go if you want to. And when you have your balance, maybe you can hold the knee and hug the knee into the chest. We'll bring that foot down. We're going to take out the left hand, shake out the right hand, shake out both hands. Ah, ah, very good. Let's take a breath. I'm just scanning my mind. Okay, one more posture with the chair. We're going to hold on to the chair, facing the back, the very back of your chair. Step your right foot back. Bend your left knee. We're going to come up onto the toe and down onto the heel. So you're really exploring, lifting and lowering the heel. You come all the way up onto the balls of the feet and then press the heel down. And then let's come into warrior one. Let's bring one arm up and the other arm up. Lift the chest, and this is a peaceful warrior. So we're strong, we're grounded. If you need to hold on to the chair, that's totally fine. Also, the back foot, you can come up onto the toes if you want to lift your heel off the floor. So Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. It's strong, it's a compassionate warrior. And it's a warrior that forgives oneself. So one does not have to be perfect as a warrior. And then we'll bring the arms down And we'll step the back foot forward and we're breathing. Let's get ready to step our other foot back. So we're going to step the left leg back, step onto the heel, bend your front knee, and lift your torso. So the crown of the head is pressing up to the ceiling. Shoulder relaxed. We'll come up onto the ball of the foot and down onto the heel. So you're just kind of rocking that foot up and down. Nice and easy. Staying with your breath. And then you'll press your heel right down to the floor. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. You're going to come into the warrior now by bringing left arm up. If you can bring the next to your ears, that's great. Fingertips reach up to the ceiling. And if you wanted to come onto the ball of your left foot, you can. Chest lifts up. Breathing into courage, your own courage, and your compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others. And we're going to get ready to come out of that posture. So you can slowly float your arms down and then step your left foot to meet your right foot. Now just take a moment to feel what you feel. And I invite everyone to come into a seated position. We're going to come back to our chair. And it's a good time to take a sip of water, coffee, tea, or whatever. So grab tissue, everyone. We're going to have a little pranayama practice. So pranayama in Sanskrit means managing and controlling your life force. So instead of just breathing without noticing, we're actually going to be focusing on breathing. So pranayama is the breathing aspect of yoga. So you have tissue available whenever you need it. And most of the yogis, most of the swamis say that pranayama is one of the most important practices in our yoga practice because it really, really works with our energy center. So you know how our energy centers are. They get very agitated sometimes. So we're going to work on relaxing the nervous system. So let's start with a regular breath. So relax your hands, relax your arms, and notice the rhythm of your natural breath. Your natural breath. Notice the temperature of the air as it comes into the nostrils. So we want to master the life force, not by subduing the breath, but simply by leading the breath into a healthful pattern of breath. So let's do alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to take your right hand and bring it up to Vishnu Mudra by bringing the middle finger and index finger down. So you're going to see your little finger and your ring finger and your thumb. And then you'll turn your palm towards your face. And in order to relax your arms, take your other hand and hold your elbow. So you have your right hand holding you have your left hand holding the elbow, and your right hand is up against your face. And close your right nostril. Close your right nostril and exhale through your left nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Close that nostril with your ring finger, and you'll see that you can open your right nostril now. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right. Close it with your thumb. Open the left nostril. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale to the right nostril. Close it with the thumb. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Last round. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Now you're going to bring your hands back into your lap. Allow your breath to return to normal. Now your natural rhythm of the breath has taken over. And we're going to observe the breath. So we're going to call this part of our class a relaxation/meditation. So we're going to meditate on the breath. We're going to notice how the breath flows in and out of the nostrils. You'll notice that the breath has different ways of flowing in. Putting all of your attention on your breath. And then begin to relax your whole body as you're breathing. You're going to relax both arms and both legs. Relax your jaw. You're just following the rhythm of your breath. Notice how the chest rises and falls. Allow yourself to completely surrender to this experience. And if your thoughts and emotions come up, that's fine. Just let them float away like white puffy clouds on a blue sky. So your thoughts will come up and then they'll disappear into another thought, and they're just floating through the mind. Now, are you willing to allow your body to relax even more at this point? Give your body permission to just relax as you follow your breath. Follow your breath and take in these words of the Tao Te Ching. Stir muddy water and it will stay cloudy. Leave it alone and it will become clear. Let the stream flow and it will find its way. Stop chasing contentment and it will come to you. So let's continue meditation on the breath. Now it's time to gently release our meditation on the breath. Release our period of relaxation. And you may do this very gently by beginning to deepen your breath if you like. You can also explore wiggling your fingers and toes. You can move your wrists and ankles. And you can even turn your head or take any movements that your body is calling for. So we're just waking up a little bit from our class, from our relaxation. And you can keep your eyes closed for a moment. Take a moment to put one hand on your heart and then put your other hand on top of that. Take a moment to breathe in to all of who you are. I love and accept myself exactly the way I am. I give myself permission to forgive myself. I allow joy and beauty and abundance into my life. Thank you for joining me for class, everyone. Namaste. I honor the light within you. Namaste, everyone.